Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I kind of failed in February. I said that I was going to read 5 books in February and I will show them to you right now. I said that I was going to read these 5 books in February plus audiobooks, and I did not do that. I'm just going to tell you right now, I did not read these 2 books. I think that both of these books are about suicide and depression, and I just was not in the mental state. I don't know when I'll ever be in the mental state to read these books. So I didn't read them. I put them on my TBR still. Somewhere in the future I will read them, hopefully. These 2 I didn't read until March. So I didn't finish them. Like this one, I was starting audiobook and Spotify cut me off in the middle of my time and it made me super depressed. And so I just decided to wait until my hours renewed. And so I did. I didn't finish this one until like March 4th. And then I finished this one like I finished it today, actually March 9th. So I will talk about these in my March recap since I failed miserably. But just know that I'm a really busy person. Like I have like 4, 5 jobs, not all full time. 3 of them are like side hustle businesses, but still, I'm always busy, always doing something. So just know I'm not lazy. I'm just tired. I did read 3 books this month, so we can, we can celebrate the small things. The first book I read in March was A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. I can't say much about this book because I don't want to give spoilers. If I tell you about this book, then it's going to ruin everything for you. And this video is probably going to be super duper short and sweet, and that's okay. I'm just going to tell you my rating and the general idea of it. So you see Feyre, we're still following Feyre. There's a lot of war happening, which I think is probably why they call it ACOA War. There's a big war that happens between this person and all of the fairies, and so sides are picked. There's some betrayal. I can't tell you much about this book. I'm really sorry. And I know this video is probably going to be like so short. You're going to be like, why did she even post that? I'm sorry. It was like a 23-hour book. Like it was a long book. And it was audio, but still, like it was long. I will say that the beginning of the book is really like interesting and fast-paced, and you're so invested because of the last book that you just read. So like you're diving into it and you're like, what's gonna happen, because the last one left on kind of a cliffhanger. Then the middle of the book is kind of slow, like really slow, and I struggled to focus, I'm not gonna lie. The ending of the book is really good. So like it's fast, slow, fast, like really fast at the end. The ending was very, very good. I super enjoyed it, and it made me just want more of this universe, which I think I've opened a can of worms, a can of beans, a can of worms. One of those things. I opened up a can of something. And now I am into this whole universe. I went and I got Assassin's Blade and what was the next one? Throne of Glass. I'm gonna start those books at some point. But yeah, and like the Maas universe is crazy. Like maybe I can put some pictures of all of the books on the screen. Like it's wild. I am overwhelmed at all of the books that I have to read, but I'm excited because it's like I found something that I really enjoy. So I really liked that book. I loved the characters, I loved the love interest in it. I liked, the drama that happens. I think it's really interesting. There was a part in the book I was like, oh, he did not. And if y'all know, but y'all probably know. If you've read the book, you probably know what part I'm talking about. When they're at a meeting and somebody says something and you're like, that is not okay. It's a really good book though. It's mostly war. So I will say that there's a lot of strategy, there's a lot of battles, and then there's like a big war at the end, and it comes to like a big, huge, giant scene where it's like crazy and all this stuff happens. And it's really good. I liked it a lot. I mean, clearly every book has something in it that you're like, that probably wasn't necessary. But overall, the story's good. I like the story. I gave this book 5 stars. I don't know, it might deserve 4.75 because it was really slow in the middle. But I really liked it a lot, so it's somewhere in between there, okay guys? The second book that I read was Harry Potter. Harry, Your Wizard. This was a book that I was challenged to read this year. So I was told I had to read this book by my friend, and so I am reading it. I read it, I finished it. I would probably give it like 4.5 stars. I will say it was kind of slower paced at the beginning and the middle, and the ending was pretty good. Like, it was kind of just a slower book. It was a slower read. I enjoyed the whole aspect of like this kid that kind of came from nothing to find out that he's something, and that he's really is just like gonna save the world kind of vibe, you know? So it was really good. It was like, you know, it's about Harry. He grows up with his aunt and uncle because his parents died, and his aunt and uncle are kind of trash, and then he finds out that he can do magic and this stuff, and then he goes to Hogwarts, and a lot of stuff happens. If you've watched the movies, you probably already know what happens in this book, but it's a really good read. It's not boring. It's something that you want to know what happens. It's a pretty good book. I probably will read the next one, which my friend will probably be proud of me for saying that. Probably not now, because I have, if y'all could see my point of view, I have so many books. I probably won't read it now because I have so many books, like so many books. But I did like this book. 4.5 for sure. I liked it. The last book I read was A Court of Frost and Starlight. This book was not like the other 3 books, so just know that before you read it, that it's not like the other ones at all. It's a Christmas special, and it's very much just that. It's just about Christmas. You see Olafera and her friends kind of recovering from the war, the things that happened, the things that they went through, and you see just kind of their perspective on going forward, like who they are right now, how they're feeling. You do get to see like everybody's perspective, which I thought was kind of cool. But it was not like the other books. And for that, I would probably give it like a 3 stars. I don't know. It just was kind of boring to me compared to the other books. Like, just know you came out of a book that was like about war, and there's like a huge war at the end, and it's like crazy. And then you go into this book that's like Christmas, and it's just so different. It's like a completely different vibe. So maybe that's why it was not as good to me. Like, there was not really a plot. You know what I mean? It was lacking a plot. It was lacking a story. I don't know. I gave it 3 stars. Didn't like it as much as the others. I started the next one, so I'm excited about that. My goal was to read all of the ACOTAR series by the end of March. So I think I can do that. I mean, I am audiobooking them, so I guess it's different. If y'all haven't checked out this app called Hoopla, I should go do it. I will put it on the screen. I'm not sponsored or anything. I don't know why I say that, because it's obvious that I'm not sponsored, because look at my channel. But y'all should check it out, because Hoopla is really cool, and it has like dramatized like voice actors, and it's just really good, like audiobooks and ebooks, and it's free, and you can use it with your local library. So that's all that I got for y'all. So okay, bye.